Prosper is the story of a family who have founded a megachurch. It started with humble origins, and with a lot of kind of will and ambition, it's turned slowly into a megachurch conglomerate.
We want to build a very aspirational looking world, but it's not old money, it's new money.
Cal and Abby, they're reaching for the stars, and so of course they've got a Bentley and they live in a giant house like that overlooking the ocean.
If you look at their wardrobe, there's a sort of consistent theme across it. And we went for that, what I would call quiet luxe. Nothing screams, but it's all very kind of designer brands. And you can see that across the board. I mean, it's in the home they live, in the cars they drive. And the series is called Prosper, and it's for a reason.
One of the things that was a great challenge was that the people in the show were Australians selling something on a grand scale to a huge market.
They do have churches in America, you know.
Nobody does church like us.
People that do that have big ideas, are bold. So the world had to be bold.
Praise the Lord. This year, we are going to guarantee over $1 million for the U-Star Sleep Out.
Cal Quinn, the lead character, he's selling prosperity. Aesthetically, he had to look like he was doing well. That requires thought with production design, with clothing, just to keep exploring where can we get scale.
We always knew with this show that it would be about the locations, the church building itself, finding the homes that they lived in.
The U-Star church location, I mean, you can't underestimate how important that was when we found it.
When I started to think about the exterior, I Google bashed all the really big churches in America, and so many of them are rising up out of the suburbs.
A lot of the time when you read something in the script and then when you show up to the location to shoot, you always just have to have this minor shift of, okay, right, that wasn't where I was expecting this would be set. Even as we were driving to the set, the second I saw it at the end of the street, I kind of went, that's it. That is exactly how I imagined that would look.
It's got something of that kind of reach for the heavens feel in its naturally in its design. There's a lot of natural light kind of flowing into that foyer, and a beautiful sort of heavenly chandelier kind of light fixture that hangs over this epic kind of staircase.
I spoke a lot about representing God. The obvious way to do that was through light.
Walking into a U-Star church, you feel the presence of whatever God is, whether it's light and shadows. There's always this scale, this epic scale of feeling that this presence there with you. I mean, it really does conjure up those images of a megachurch.
I suppose it's a metaphor for the state of the church. You know, it's what's on display is glossy and bright and aspirational, and it's something that, you know, you can see why people get into it. And then when you go into the bowels of the church, in the background, there's quite often dealings going on that no one's aware of. We're letting the characters really come in and out of the darkness just to sort of add to a bit of that subtext.
Thinking about God and thinking about spirituality and those really kind of ancient human condition themes. It just all goes to the scale of the piece. We tried to apply that across the spectrum in terms of bold themes within the storytelling, bold choices with their locations of where they live to create something that looks like nothing else, feels like nothing else, and is exploring things in a way that we haven't seen before.